Hi guys, I'm back today with another video. This is a Game of Thrones cake and it's very simple, very easy to do. Anyone can do this cake, and so let me just go ahead and show you how I put this cake together. Let's go ahead and get started. I have over here are three 6-inch cakes, and I'm gonna go ahead and start stacking them. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of buttercream on the bottom here.
Yay!
And then I'm just gonna go ahead and start stacking. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fill it with a little bit of my chocolate frosting here. And I don't want too much, but I just want enough for the flavor of it. So, just like that.
Yay!
And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my next one on. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat the process and finish off with my top tier, my top layer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start crumb coating my cake. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead and start from the top and work my way down. And so this is a pretty tall cake. I didn't cut into my cake or anything. So this is 3 full 6-inch cakes that I'm using today. So let me just go ahead and finish off the crumb coat here. Got my cake all crumb coated, and if you've watched my other videos, I'm gonna go ahead and place this into the freezer so that it can set up. It'll be a lot easier for me to finish frosting the cake. So let me just go ahead and place this into the freezer. I've got some Rice Krispies over here, and it's basically just marshmallow and Rice Krispies. And I'm just gonna go ahead and shape it into the throne. And if you can see, I've already traced around it to the shape that I want. So since this is going to be a 6-inch cake, I want to make sure that it fits. So I'm just going to try and get it as square as I can. Okay, so I have my the bottom part all shaped off, and if you can see, it's shaped off as far as like the legs and everything too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place this onto some plastic wrap, and I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this up until it hardens up, so that way I can start decorating it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and place this into the freezer, and then I'm gonna work on the back of my throne as well also. Okay, so I've taken out my throne from the freezer. It was probably in there for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and this is what it looks like. And I just basically did a separate part for the back, and I just basically stuck it in with a skewer just so that it doesn't fall over. And so it's inside my chair. So let me just go ahead and show you how I frost the cake. Remy, what are you doing? Okay, so let me just go ahead and show you how I frost this. I've got some buttercream that I just colored gray, and I'm just going to go ahead and just start frosting my throne here. Not in any specific order or anything. I just want to make sure that everything is covered before I start putting on the designs. And I think it's swords that's on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and frost the whole thing first, and then start putting on my swords on my throne. So let me just go ahead and finish frosting this. Okay, so I've got a crumb coat on my throne right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just stick this back into the freezer, maybe just for about 5 minutes, just so that my frosting stiffens up a little bit, and then I will start decorating it. So like this is gonna go back into the freezer. Okay, so I've taken my throne back out from the freezer, and if you can see, I've already got one of my, what is this, like a arm chair? I don't know. Okay, so this is a Wilton 12 tip, and it's just a big circle tip, and that's what I'm going to use to pipe it on. So just like that. And then let me just go ahead and switch out my tip and then start with the rest of the designs on the chair. I switched out my tip to the Wilton 46 tip, and it's just a small basket weave tip, and I'm using the flat side piping out just so that it gets the effect of swords. And I'm just going to go ahead and pipe all the way around my chair here in no specific order. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do the same all the way around my cake. This is what it looks like so far, and it's basically, I'm just piping it on. I'm going to come back over here and just pipe on to my chair. Just like that. And again, it's no specific order or anything. I just want to make sure that it looks like it's swords. So just like that. And then I'm going to come back over here and just start doing the sides again. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep on going. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like this for right now. The points, the lighter ones are candy melts that I melted and just cut into the shape of a sword to get the definition on my chair. But this is what it looks like, the front and the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this back into the freezer, and just so it can set. That way when I transport it onto my cake, it'll be a lot easier. So this is gonna go back into my freezer. I've taken out my cake from the freezer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it with some white icing. And what I'm gonna do after I finish frosting the cake is I'm gonna go ahead and just add some red ganache onto my cake, so it just looks like red dripping down. So I'm gonna go ahead and start from the top here and then work my way down. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure I get all my sides here and everything. And I'll show you what it looks like in a little bit when I'm done. I've got my cake all frosted, and right here I have some... Sorry about that, my kids are being kind of loud today. So this is red ganache, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this into a piping bag. And I have my piping bag in a cup, so it's a lot easier for me to just... Okay, so just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this out. It's still a bit runny, which is what I want. And so I'm just going to go ahead and just make this tight, and so that I can pour it on top of my cake. I'm just going to go ahead and take off a little bit here. I just want to make sure that it's enough, and that's what I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and start dripping it onto my cake before I start doing the top. And I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way around my cake here. Just like this. And then I'm going to do the top of my cake as well also. I don't want too much. I just want to start off with a little bit on top, and then if I need more, then I'll put more on. And again, this is just ganache. It's just the red candy melts with some heavy cream, and I just put it in the microwave. And then I'll just put a little bit more in here so that I can cover it. Okay. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. And I'm just going to go ahead and just let this go into the refrigerator just until my ganache sets, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish it off with my throne on top. So let me show you what that looks like in a little bit. Okay, so I have my chair, and I'm just going to go ahead and just finish it off on top of my cake. So just like that. So hopefully you guys like my video on how I make my Game of Thrones cake, and this is just something that's for my brother that he wanted me to make. This is my first time making it, and so hopefully you guys like my video. If you guys have any comments, just go ahead and leave it down below. If you guys like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks so much everyone for watching.